This transmission has been corrupted by Turkish Delight.
Today we had a very interesting game on dawg Saloon with a Sabo Swift for Boilover. It took me a while to figure out what it was, but the Swift that was doing this little gimmick was really wholesome in the in-game chat, which is definitely a first for me. Normally with builds like this, whenever they fail, the survivors tend to get not so agreeable in the in-game chat. But I really hope you guys enjoy it. Unfortunately, I was recording these videos while I was hanging out with my friends on Discord, so there won't be any audio. I believe I have included some audio in the background to basically explain my thought processes, which is mainly just me giggling about the fact that all of this was happening. I really hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope you guys see you in the next one. And as always, have an amazing day. We're going to explain our build, which is my no gen defense night build that I've been using to great success. The main idea of it is that we can fundamentally change how we play the night. Instead of just dropping guards at pallets whenever survivors drop them, instead we actively hunt down survivors with our guards by dropping the guards in front of the survivors while they're running. To help us doing this, we have two add-ons. Call to Arms, which increases the length of the patrol path by 10 meters, and when creating the path, the movement speed is increased by 25%. This allows us to catch up to survivors and move faster than them every time we move with the patrol path. And by listening to survivors, we're almost be able to move our guards like Spirit and drop them directly on top of them, so they run into the guard and it instantly starts a very quick chase, which is very good for us. To help them out in chase, we have the dried horse meat, which increases the amount of time a guard will hunt the survivor for 4 seconds, which has some hilarious implications. For example, my favorite use of this is to drop a Canifex on a gen that someone's working on. The Canifex with this add-on will be chasing the survivor for about 30 seconds. Getting hit off the gen and being chased for 30 seconds is absolutely incredible and manages to get you some almost gen defense without even needing a gen defense perk, which is really good for us. This help us out with the destruction that our guards going to be doing. We have a bunch of aura reading perks, and perks allow us to play into a very particular playstyle by compiling on snowballing when it comes to slugging and downing survivors. To start this off, we have Sloppy Butcher, which when hit by a basic attack, the survivor will gain the hemorrhage and mangle status effects. Furthermore, they will lose 25% faster healing progression whenever their healing is interrupted, which is brilliant for us. Because what this means is that we can pair this with Nurse's Calling. Any survivor within a 28 meter range of us will be visible, and to make it even better, the maximum distance we can send a guard is 32 meters, which means any survivor within 28 meters of us is going to have their healing interrupted, which means that survivors start healing together. To make it harder for survivors to heal and find each other, we've got Fearmonger, which puts the survivors of blindness and exhausted status effects whenever they're working on a gen, which is also great for when we ambush a gen with our guards and then go onto it. It means that we can remove sprint bursts, lives, and even dead hearts, which is fantastic for the night. As one of the things that really gets us is when survivors manage to dead hard the guards' attack, and then can make some insane distance on us. Fearmonger also means that it's going to be harder for survivors to find each other, find where the hook is, and even pick each other up when they're being slugged. And to give us some more information when kicking the gen, we've got Nowhere to Hide, an amazing perk, and I absolutely love it. Whenever we damage a generator, we reveal all the survivors' auras within 28 meters of us. And as you already know, those 5 seconds we can send the guard directly onto them and start a chase. With this build, you'd have a lot of fun just meticulously picking off the survivors that you want, knowing how to play your slugs, how to play your hooks. Because you're able to then, with this build, you are able to chase 2 survivors at once and even down them. If you can have a situation where everyone's injured, and you drop a guard where they're going, you can have one guard chase one survivor while you chase the other. This can completely throw off a team when half of their teammates aren't doing anything for a large majority of the match. And I hope you guys enjoy the matches that we have on display for you today. And as always, have a great day. Hello YouTube, we are back once again commentating over some videos. These were all recorded when I was chatting to my friends in Discord, and we came across a very friendly Swift. Probably the most wholesome Swift I've ever come across. You won't be able to hear what me and my friends are saying because I wasn't recording Discord at the time. But I was pretty much just messing around with the night, having some fun with my friends, drinking a bit. Which is probably why my aim of this night guard is absolutely abysmal. Also explains that miss. It was also quite funny because due to the fact that we were on Discord, I couldn't hear anything that was going on in the game because my friends were just blasting at each other, which was hilarious. I just get stuck on that. It's really funny. Honestly, this entire game's amazing. We came across a Swift who was using a sort of boil over breakout sort of strategy. It was really cool. I didn't catch on to what was going on until like the first down or two, which is quite funny. So there was nothing I could really do. And just messing up my guard drops, watching it back now is absolutely hilarious. But all in all, it was a really good game. I was thinking a lot about the knight and the guards since I was doing, like, see that there? I didn't know what I was doing. So here we're going to witness the first, I think this is the first boil over. No, it's not okay. This person might have been the random. I think it may have been 2 or 3 of them that were part of it, and then a random. It was really, really funny. But I did not catch on for quite a while. I think it was like the second or the third, how do you say, person having boil over. My brain suddenly clicked as to what was going on, which was hilarious. But the entire strategy also involved a bunch of toolboxes. The idea basically being that you'd sabotage the hook with the toolbox and then be able to get your teammate out, which is really, really cool. I had a conversation with the guys after the video had been recorded, and we discussed a bunch of stuff. Brilliant talent done there, I have to admit. I think the survivor Dozy actually, I don't know why I did that, actually sent me a, actually subscribed to my channel afterwards. I'm very sure that they're a streamer. So it was really, really cool just to go against someone else who was just messing around with the game and having some fun. I don't take any personal thing about stuff like this whenever it happens to me. Like, it's just people messing around with a build. Let them have their fun. Let them cook, as people would say. She goes for the amazing body block there, which would have been amazing. I probably would have actually let him wiggle out, but we would have traded hooks there. I managed to get that quite lucky. Here I go for a very sexy hit up the stairs. I liked that one. So by now, I haven't yet figured out that there are multiple people playing using boil over. You can see in the chat, it's just my friends talking. I haven't talked yet. If you can figure out which Discord profile is actually me, you get a prize. But he goes for that. Dozy wasn't ready for me to just drop the survivor, which I think is quite funny. Just kind of stared at me for a moment, which really made me laugh. I really hope that they check out these videos. If you see, I do an amazing whiff. And then make up for it. But it's about here that I then click what boon they have. It's a boon that helps them recover and bring themselves back up. So, I finally snuffed the boon, understanding, wait, I understand what's going on now. I realize I can't hook him. But I use a guard to drop that, just in case someone comes along. Now I'm going to try and attempt to hook Dozy. I really hope that they watched this video when it releases. I'm going to have a lot of fun with it. Just, especially with the thumbnail. Just, Wholesome Swift gets played against on Grave of Glendale. Now, but given the fact that I know that they're going to keep booning this area, I can, in theory, keep doing stuff. Another cool thing about guards here is that the guards can actually see survivors on the top of that. I completely don't know how to speak. On the top of that ledge when they're downstairs, which is very, very interesting. The same trick can also be done on the game. In case you guys didn't know, I think I think my video talking about underrated night add-ons actually shows me using that tech to get a build on the top. You see here, this guy's just trying to sabotage a hook, so I let him and then I down him there. As this survivor was running around. Before this match, actually, I played against a flashlight Swift that I was just messing around with. I know how to counter flashlights with the knight. It's actually pretty easy. You can drop the guard around you. I don't know why I went back to that hook. As you can see here, my brain is not functioning, so I didn't go back to that hook. I think it may have been because I wanted to get them further away from the house, which is stupid. No, it wasn't. It's because that guy was on death hook. I didn't want to get rid of that hook. It was so stupid. Oh, but yeah. Like, really, really sorry for, like, Dozy in this video. I was playing with my friends. They just told me, just get them out. And I was like, fair play. We'll just get them out. But we all had a lot of fun, like, just sniggering about it. It was pretty fun. Here I'm actually testing out. I think I test out here, yeah. If you can actually get the guard to spot the person on the top. And you can indeed do it. Which is very, very cool. Because it means that the flag is at the bottom. They're at the top. It means they can't get the flag. As you see here, just a brilliant demonstration of pallet goodness right there. But yeah, honestly, Brilliant sport for Dozy as well, I have to admit. Getting tunneled out at the beginning of the game. They're a really good sport, even subscribed. We had a little chat at the end. So a really, really wholesome Swift, I have to admit. Obviously, I did play a bit more brutally, given the flashlight squad, the flashlight squad beforehand. And here we're just sticking around with the Night Guard there. Just, it's so stupid. I think I realised I can't actually hook this Michaela anywhere, which leads us into the issue of letting her bleed out, which is really, really sad. I hate having to do it. just you know, but it is what it is. Pick her up here, and I realise there are no hooks, so I decided to just take her back to where the boon is. I think my idea was that I was going to take her back to the boon so that she could relight it. I just hit her again. I just let her walk out. I don't know why. Yeah, but then my friend said, just let her bleed out. I was like, fair enough, if you guys want to. But all in all, like, it was a really interesting idea for this build. I even gave them some ideas about using Breakout, and really, really fun. One thing I actually quite like about Night after playing against a flashlight squad and then this is actually your ability to deal with certain things. Give her a little nod. It's actually your ability to deal with things like survivors going for flashlights. The guards will just go onto them. And if they're trying to get the flashlight, they'll take an injure and maybe even die for it, which is fantastic. Here I decided to give a nod for this survivor here. There you go. Little nod there. Just joking around. I pretty much figured these guys were just trolling and messing around because they weren't playing super sweaty. I mean, one gen got done, you know, but like, nah. But I could imagine definitely that there might be killers who aren't, you know, or just killers who haven't seen something like this before getting like destroyed by something like this. But who cares? It's all just a bit of fun. I will speed up the video from this point on until we get to the chat, just because you guys don't want to see me like breaking stuff like ages.